The Decadent Movement is defined as a 19th century artistic and literary movement of Western Europe. It flourished in France but also had devotees in England and throughout Europe, as well as the United States. Characteristics of the Decadent Movement: a belief that certainty in knowledge, science, morality, and society was gone, which demanded a new attitude in life and art to compensate for the loss of certainty. An attitude that privileged sensations, impressions, epiphanies over systematic theorizing. That art and morality were distinct realms. Art was completely autonomous, free of ethical boundaries. The incompatibility of the two poles gives rise to the characteristic decadent notes of disillusion, frustration, and lassitude at the same time as the equally characteristic self-mockery. The major novelists of the Decadent Movement: Peter Altenburg, Charles Baudelaire, Franz von Bayros, Aubrey Beardsley, Arthur Brisky, Valery Brusov, Max Beerbohm, and many. Timeline of the Decadent Movement: 1784, Beau Brummel, 1778-1840, father of the Danny Movement, invents the nectar. 1789, French Revolution. 1804, first usage of the term art for art's sake in France. 1816, Beau Brummel flees from his creditors to France. 1840s, Paul Gerard de Nerval walked a pet lobster through the park of the Palais Royal on a pale blue ribbon. He preferred lobsters, he said, because they don't bark and because they know the secrets of the deep. 1855, January 25th, Gerard de Nerval hanged himself with what he claimed was the Queen of Sheba's garter, and they found his pet raven flying around his head, crying the only words Nerval had taught it: Je suis, I'm thirsty. 1857's Charles Baudelaire, Le Fleur de Mal. 1860, Charles Baudelaire, Le Paradis Artificiel. 1867, August 31st, Charles Baudelaire died. 1873, July, Paul Verlaine shoots Arthur Rimbaud in Brussels. 1885, England criminalizes gross indecency, any sexual touching between men. 1886, Le Décadent Littéraire et Artistique Journal, founded in Paris, continued publication to 1889 as Le Décadent, Richard Kraft Ebing, Psychopathia Sexualis. 1891, Oscar Wilde wrote The Picture of Dorian Gray. 1892, Max Nordau, Generation, Literary, Artistic, and Social Criticism. 1893, Arthur Symons, The Decadent Movement in Literature. 1894, Salome, written by Oscar Wilde, illustrations by Aubrey Beardsley, The Yellow Book, founded in London Journal. 1895, Oscar Wilde Trial. 1896, Aubrey Beardsley illustrates Lysistrata, The Rape of the Lock, Under the Hill. 1898, March 16th, Aubrey Beardsley died in south of France. 1900, November 30th, Oscar Wilde died in Paris. Buried in Père Lachaise Cemetery, Ernest Dawson died. Novels written in the Decadent Movement: Il Piacere, The Child of Pleasure, 1889. Giovanni Episcopo, 1891. Gli Innocenti, which was published in Britain as The Intruder and was published in the US as The Victim and was written in 1892. Ravenna, 1878. Poems, 1881. The Happy Prince and the Other Stories, 1888. Lord Arthur, Saville's Crime and Other Stories, 1891. House of Pomegranates, 1891. Intentions, 1891.
Here I am, turning into this invincible, invisible shape. No one can see me now. No one can hurt me. I am powerful and I am strong.